Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Hi Adnaan, how are you?
Hi, I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you are like, I'm very excited to have this conversation with you because there is this question which is stuck in my mind since the last 15 years because we got, actually 17 years, we got our dog when like 17 years ago. Sadly, he is no more with us, passed away 2 years ago. But there's this underlying question, right? How to train a pet, like my pet or any other pet, to be alone at home, right? Because there was a stage in our life where my mom and dad were working and they used to leave for work at like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. in the morning. And they used to leave Goku, my lab, right? Small brother, alone at home. And we used to come from school at like 2. So for like 5-6 hours, because there was no one to take care of the dog, he used to be alone at home, right? And I was small, I was in like 5th, 6th class when we got him. So I never understood that, how can a dog be trained, or what are the needful which needs to be done to make sure a dog is alone at home and safe and like not misbehaving, or like, because he used to tear the chadar and like blankets and like slippers, socks.
So, I mean, this is quite a common, problem that pet parents face, and this particularly is called separation anxiety. Okay, and this term is not just restricted to dogs, but it can also be, you can sort of notice it in children, young kids with their parents, because they're quite attached, right? First, I'll sort of explain how it ends up happening. So when we bond with a dog, with our pet dog, with an animal, same way as a mother bonds with a child, there is this hormone called oxytocin that's released in both, which is basically a bonding hormone that creates like attachment, obsession, and a lot of like extra affection and bonding between the two. Now, there are a few things that we do to create the dog to be quite restless when left alone. I'll start with those because these are the things now everyone must stop doing.
Exactly.
So that their dogs are a lot calmer.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one thing is that when we're leaving the dog alone at home, how is this separation anxiety triggered? First of all, their brain goes through a reset of memory almost every day. Primary memory is like quite short for them. Every time you leave them alone, within 15-20 minutes, they assume that they have been abandoned and the owners are never coming back.
Okay.
And this happens every day. With humans, over time they would have understood, but this sort of happens pretty much every day.
Like they don't get used to the cycle of like every day?
They would if we make them get used to it, but we get them used to the cycle of separation anxiety. Okay. How that happens is that first of all, we are not exercising the dog enough. They are they still have a lot of pent up energy because the dog's gone out just for a small walk, pee, poop, come back and left back indoors with the food. Now when everyone's leaving home, first of all, there is a 10-step process that people follow, 10-step, 7-step, whatever, and it's a ritual. Every time they leave from home, they will step out of the shower, change into something, pick up their keys, pick up their bag, and it's a ritual. It's a routine. Now that routine, because the dog is bored, quite frustrated, living a very boring life, same circle every day, same house every day, nothing new, they catch on to that routine. And even 2-3-year-old kids catch on to a routine when parents are getting ready that, okay, are they taking me along or not, right? That's when the dog starts getting anxious already. That is the time when you're supposed to sort of cap that anxiety. Most people make the biggest mistake to increase the anxiety by going up to the dog literally before the leave, say bye, अच्छे बच्चे बनना, be a good boy, हम थोड़े दिन में आएंगे, we'll come in a few hours, then you'll be, then we'll हम तुम्हें वापस आके घुमाने ले जाएंगे. All that stuff is exciting the dog. High energy and excitement, and then you suddenly disappear, turn into anxiety, but extra anxiety, very high level anxiety, because he got excited and they don't understand the language. So in the dog's mind, they're basically saying, bye, hum tumhare bina maze karenge, you're going to be holed up alone.
They're only getting the energy.
And they're getting the high energy. You're sort of teasing them, taunting them, leaving them to do new things every day. No matter if we drive to the same office, we're facing new cars, new challenges, new paths. In our work, we're every day facing new challenges, but the dog has seen the same 10 cars and sitting at home, right? So if because they have a boring life, they have too much energy, we jacked up the dog by saying bye, right? Then we left.
Yeah.
Then the moment we came back, we jacked up the dog by saying, "Hi, we're back."
Yeah.
And these two are the biggest mistakes that people make, and we know that everyone does it.
Yeah.
I'm sure over time, every time you enter, dogs the first thing that people say hi to.
Yeah.
What happens is, first of all, it creates a lot of hyper arousal and high energy at the doorway.
Yeah.
Secondly, every time you leave the dog with high energy, the dog is going through so much panic and anxiety.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my god, when will they come? Have they abandoned me? Have they left me? So first the dog starts barking or pacing restlessly. Now, in separation anxiety, the dog will only do the thing which they think कि अगर मैं ये करूँगा तो मेरा owner appear हो जाएगा कहीं से.
Okay.
And why that happens is that when you're at home and the dog is around and the dog is calm, तो आप उसको ध्यान नहीं देते हैं, right? But if they're chewing something, so everyone will come from their respective room and say, go, stop it. So he knows the remote for every family member, no matter how busy they are, is take their chappal and run away. Everyone will run after me. So when they are panicking, they realize that what is it that the owners arrive out of nowhere, they leave everything and they come. I must do that because I want them back. So he'll start chewing on the tables and checking कि वो आ रहे हैं, आ तो जाते ही हैं usually. Then he'll rip your shoes thinking that at least he'll come running. Right? Whether it happens or not, they sort of obviously burn their extra energy by doing all of that. They are really permeating in the excessive anxiety and nervousness, and then you validate it by opening the door into an anxious dog and saying, good boy! You did such a great job being like a total wreck. And that is the cycle that we're perpetuating basically. Right? So first of all, obviously don't leave a hyper or an under-exercised dog alone at home. Don't, no hi, no bye. Right? What is the right thing to do? I'll just tell you. The best thing to do is when you're leaving the dog, you have a 10-step ritual. Number 10, the last step should not be bye. That should not be the last step. Maybe the moment you step out of the shower, while you're dressing, spend 10 minutes then. Ideally, before you start the 10-step ritual, sit with your dog, lie down with them,
in the loop.
Spend 10 minutes. No, like do the bye the first thing. Basically. 10 minutes before you leave, lie down next to them, say bye, be a good boy, I'll miss you, blah, blah, whatever, all the humanistic things you want to throw at them. Then get up while you're getting ready, taking things, then don't even look back and just walk away. So the last 10 minutes you just left without making an incident out of it, and you just leave like you have gone to the loo or to get a glass of water. Right? When we leave for longer time, we say bye, be a good boy, but when we go for water, to getting something from the car, we just walk away. So the dog notices that, oh, they're just going without bye, which means they are coming back.
That's a good point.
Right? When they're going by, really jacking me up, I don't know when they'll come back. The only way to bring them back is destroy the whole house. Pee and bark and whatever will make them somehow arrive.
Pee and...
Right. So ultimately it's all about how we sort of left the dog. And if you see it as a child, if you are leaving the child and the parents are planning to watch a film, it's a 2-year-old kid, ideally first they exhaust the child, make them watch TV. While the kid is falling asleep, they are sort of fading out. Imagine the kid is hyper and you said, bye, we are going for a movie without you, and left. The kid will really blow up the roof and they will call you and you will have to come back.
Neighbor will call you,
exactly. Literally, kitna ro raha hai bachcha, kya torture ho raha hai unke saath basically. Right? So the same thing with the dog. Ideally do crate training. If not, exercise the dog a little extra before you leave. When you're getting ready, just leave like you're going to get a glass of water. When you're coming back, when you're entering, no matter how much you feel like charging straight at the dog, have your arrival ritual as well. Like you come back, you drop your keys, you leave your bag, you go and change, and then you finally sit at your spot. Then call the dog. Because you have burnt off that extra excitement and energy at the doorway itself, and slowly you are able to condition the dog that they will come and go. Don't greet them at the door, and that way the door dashing and door jumping also gets reduced. Wait for them at their spot or on your bed. Once they are done with everything, they'll come to you and you will be the center of attention basically. With avoiding these few steps, exhausting your dog as much as you can, and hopefully by crate training your dog.
That was really helpful. I wish I knew this before, like 15, 17 years ago. But now I'm sure the viewers have got this gist that A, try and not leave your dogs alone at home. B, if you are doing so, make sure that you're following these steps instead of what I was doing, like what we were doing at our household, which should not be repeated. So we were in conversation with Adnaan, and For more such videos, make sure you subscribe to our channel and comment what topic needs to be addressed in the upcoming videos. Thank you so much, Adnaan.
Thank you for having me.
And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.